All right, perfect. So Jace, you had some very controversial things to say about Arata being a bum compared to Army. Why would you say that?
Yes. Okay, so I say this due to 3 reasons, okay? When I was on the Sinners, right? I can't remember what season was. Season 16
one
when
of
the
the voided
season was
seasons.
voided. Yes, one of the voided
Good
seasons,
era
right?
bullshit.
Arata claims to have carried Army during that season. Well, I would disagree with that since we were the most stacked team, and whenever I was on this team, we blew every team out. I had a 60-point triple-double before I quit that season, so we can sign Arata. And they won that season due to the fact that they substituted me for Arata. But without Arata, Army still would have won the ring. And then due to another fact, right? Since EAU has become harder during defense and easier during offense, Army was the only one who plays traditional EAU defense. And with these current rims and defense, I feel like Army would be more valuable than Arata.
So you're saying Arata's just a cherry picking bum? Did anyone else hear that, or just me?
Now hold on.
That is what he means. He
I
just means
think
Arata's offensive. That's it.
I actually have quite an argument for that. So hear me out here, right? Army, don't get me wrong, is a great player, but Arata, we're talking a few seasons back, right? He quite literally changed the game. And he was the first person that came in and was shooting. Like, don't get me wrong, there's been great shooters in the past, but he changed the game. I think everybody here can agree that.
I don't agree with that.
He did change up the offense for sure. He did.
I don't agree with that at all.
You don't?
Arata just made the game more offensive based, and Army makes it defensive based. And
I think that in today's game, my bad for.
Well, what has he done? He hasn't even had like the highest points per game. Like, how's he changed it?
No. My point is that his ability to shoot the ball and get it up not only efficiently, but he was the first person to have a shooting percentage. Realistically, let's be honest here, that it was questionable, you know? Army, in today's age, I would pick up Army over Arata simply because I truly believe once Arata changed the game, now everybody can shoot the ball quite efficiently.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Can basically do what Arata does now, in a sense, is what you're saying.
Now there's
I agree. I would take Army
multiple
over
Aratas. So I take Army today.
Maybe not at the level that Arata does it at, but probably like, similar.
Exactly. So today Army, in the past Arata.
And then with my other argument, agreeing with you guys, everybody can shoot the ball now. Like, it's just so easy to guard. And if you guys have been watching the scrims against Golden State Warriors versus the Army's team, score was never close. Score isn't close. Army blows out Arata almost every scrim they play.
Wow.
That is a new era. It's very true.
So
Arata also can't win a ring without Army.
Is that why you found it surprising that Golden State was ranked above Cleveland?
Yeah. It was surprising to me that Golden State even made it to top 3 in general, if I'm being honest.
You think it should have been number 4?
Wow.
Or below that?
I feel like you can have them in top 5 for sure. But I want to put them at top 3 because as you can see, like, their whole roster is offensive based. No one on their team is ever considered a defender. Unless you guys want to prove me wrong about that. No one on Golden State is a true defender or known as a defender.
But Golden State does have Hoob. Hoob's a really good defender. Kai's also a former.
No. We gotta stop. This has to stop.
Oh yeah, with the addition of Kai, the addition of Kai recently. Yeah. With the addition of Kai, I feel like their defense is a lot better. But
you got one good player.
But like, regardless, we have Blonde Jesus, Federation, bro. Like, they just want the ball in their hands at all times, at all costs. They just want to shoot the ball.
I feel like Shex is good without the ball too, though. Shex could play make as well. Maybe Arata can't at some extent, but Shex definitely can.
I think Arata is just a role player and a superstar, like with a superstar shot. Players like Army and like Shex can control their teams. You know what I mean? Like, you take Shex off that team, they're nothing. You take Army off any team with Arata, they're not doing much. You know what I mean?
Dude, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about because Army is like the Steve Kerr to the 1996 Bulls, nigga.
Bro, what?
What are you talking about?
You can't.
Yo, look at your character, boy.
Can't say that word, dude.
My bad. Let me
Nah, it's
rephrase
fine,
that.
It's fine. He didn't say it the other way, so it's fine.
Just
Let me
cut that
rephrase
shit
it.
out.
Let me rephrase it. Okay. Army
Man, get out
PG3.
the
I
coffee
didn't
shop.
even know who the fuck that dude was in season 14. I mean, they could have had a little butthead on the court and still won a championship.
Talking about that overpowered Outlaws team and shit.
Yeah,
Well,
and they had
that's an error on
Yeah,
Spidey's
team
part.
took no
That's not
skill,
a bad take. That's not.
It's
They probably
low-key,
should have
it's
won
not
with
a bad
LOL
take, it's not.
Butthead.
that team was good because of one player. His
Dude.
name was Arata fucking Swag, and they could have had fucking Poopy Joe on the court, still
Okay,
go
wait,
undefeated and win championship.
They were not just good because of
They would have
Rob.
lost the Lotus.
Bro, I don't think you realize the guy next to us across the table is the main reason why they were also so good. Because he was able to
Talking
score
about
goals.
Teloxz dumbass trading them the first overall pick, bruh. Hold on, that's Elliot.
You
and
gotta
Teloxz
actually,
teaming up.
Who
you actually
would
got to look
do
to my
that?
left because he's the one who gave Pluid the pick. I traded
Oh.
Elliot
Now,
the pick and he gave it to Arata. Or
Now
Pluid.
hear me out though. Hear me out.
I don't know why I get the blame for that.
To you guys, it was a bad pick, but the Rebels had a chance that season if OJ Kai
Buddy, look
didn't
at
make me
what your
crash
team
out.
did.
And I'm serious. When we played the Outlaws, it was a close game until OJ Kai started rage baiting me in the chat, and that was at the point when I could not control my anger, and he tilted me.
And I remember it went to
Yo,
EAU
this guy
General.
gave
We
up
had a
a
big
Rada for
argument, and
Isaac.
2 of them were about to link up at one point. It was about to go down.
Hey, can y'all do me
And
a
then he
favor?
ducked me, but it's okay.
Y'all do
I
me a
got
quick
one.
favor. Name one season Army won a championship without either Arata Swag or Pluid.
But
That is a good
that's
one.
not fair, though.
That is a good
Now
one.
hear me
though.
out, though.
No, it's fair. That dude's
But now
that dude's
let's
a
talk
fifth
about
man, bro.
now. Let's do a comparison, right, with that take to Golden State in real life. Name a time Steph won a championship without Klay Thompson.
Brother, this is EAU.
No,
Yeah,
But
no,
realistically,
It's-
Elliot, talking about that,
but it's
though,
the same thing.
But Elliot, here's the thing. But like that year that they won, without like when Clay was like washed, 2020, like I forgot against the Celtics, bro. Curry had the best finals by far. That whole court.
No, Army PG3 is like that one player who had 3 championships because he jumped to the Golden State Warriors and the
McCall.
Toronto Raptors and all those teams that were gonna win without him, bro.
Dude, that's a horrible take, and I think you should stop talking. if that's the
Yeah.
case.
So
I
we
feel
were
like that's a
talking about.
horrible take at like hella because due to the fact that the reason why Arata and Ricky picked up Army in the first place was because Army is just pure defending and pure playmaking. You can't win championships without having a good bottom that knows how to play make and
That's
defend.
real.
Yeah,
That's real.
there's like
And-
That's right.
And
bottoms,
including
there's
the
only
fact
one
that when
Arata
Army
Swag.
was on the Sinners, right? I was on the Sinners with Army. Army and I would have won that ring if I didn't decide to quit the league and replace myself with Arata. And replacing myself with Arata is just going to higher the
Wait, so why did
chances
you
of
replace
scores.
You have to have a
yourself with
whole
Arata?
team to win a championship.
What'd you
Or
say?
you gotta have your superstar. You gotta have the role players too.
Okay, so
Why
so
did you say
Jace-
Teloxz?
I said, why did you replace yourself with Arata?
Yeah,
I just didn't feel like playing the league. And if you guys seen that one season, I think it's season 15, Buzz, when Arata was teaming up with Logan. Does anybody remember that?
yeah, I remember that
yeah.
at the beginning of
I
season
was
15
retired.
with Arata. And
The
Logan.
reason why Arata left that team was Arata was getting blown out by bums that knew how to play defense.
Yeah, they were getting blown out.
Yeah, they were getting blown out every game. They did not mesh.
that
That's
just
why.
proves.
So like it's time to bring the fact that what is Arata without Army?
Wait a second,
Right.
wasn't Army on that team?
Army was
Hold
not
on,
on the
though.
Buzz. Army was not on the Buzz. No.
Hold on
See,
though. Let's get back to the point, like the key of the topic, right? Is Golden State going to be a contender this season with the Rada not having Army?
Fuck yeah,
Just
they are.
real quick though, have you guys? If you read the chat, I posted a screenshot. That's a former league MVP saying that not only is the Warriors not contenders, but Sex is he's not a superstar anymore. Like he's
Wow.
just
Well,
straight up
that's
not
the
good.
dumbest thing I've heard. That's
According
crazy.
to this
That is
league
absurd.
MVP.
That is upset. Is
Hey,
that
just
not
remember,
absurd?
He said, "Is the sky blue?"
yeah. I told him, I said, do you really mean it? Like, do you really think Sex is a bum? He
Dude,
said
that
it's
has to
sky
be
blue.
Ricky Miller.
He means
The
it.
league
That had
MVP,
to have
bro.
been Ricky.
Not my words,
That had
bro.
to have
That's
been
Ricky,
Ricky.
bro.
That had to have
And
been
we don't know
Ricky,
who it
bro.
is, but I'm not gonna lie. It does sound like something Ricky Muro would say. I'll give you that, but I don't know if it's him.
That's what Ricky.
And Ricky Miller
that's
is the
a-
secret checks hater.
He is. He probably is. Who knows?
I was
Yeah.
the most targeted person in the league. That's all I
Yeah,
had
but
to read.
realistically,
I'm not
Elliot,
kidding.
whoever wrote that definitely has something against Shaqs for sure.
No, I mean, I don't think they have something against shit. I think it's jealousy, right? Because let's talk about it. If that is Ricky Muro, let's be realistic here, right? he's saying that Golden State's not going to be a contender, but Ricky is he loves the spotlight, right?
He does.
He always wants to be number one, and he struggled to be that the last few seasons, and it's really ruined his mental as a player, a person, and it's limited his friends outside of the game and in the game.
Ricky
So I
Muro
don't
knows
know
he
if-
fell off deep down.
Hey,
I don't.
Y'all
look
don't
at-
know about Golden State snaking Ricky Muro for OJ Kai, right?
Oh, we know about that. We've heard about that.
Yeah, they already did the trade. Hell,
Yeah,
don't
they
Oh,
did.
they?
really?
They
Well, I'm
were
gonna be
going
honest,
to go for
right?
Ricky Muro, but they
I'm-
did not get Ricky Muro. They got OJ.
Listen,
Kai
I
instead.
have a hot take here. Don't get me wrong; those are both talented players.
Mhm.
But outside of road ball, just how they are as people, I'm taking neither of them. Personally,
Yeah, I would cut them both.
I'm taking neither of them, not because I think that they're in roll ball they're bad, but I think they can kill a team by one of them maybe showing their butt on cam to their team group chat, or one of them possibly cheating mid-season.
Yeah, I mean, that could happen because, Ricky Muro at the moment in another league called NBL, based in new NRBA, he's being stream watched every game. Same with Arata, though,
Very
but
true.
Arata's reasoning is pretty unjustifiable. I don't really understand why he's being screen shared. But Ricky Muro,
He's a very good player.
Ricky Muro, though, 100% understandable.
Absolutely.
Alright,
If
shall
you
we
have
go to
the
the next
piece,
topic?
yeah, I think we
We're on the
should.
next topic.
We
The
are.
I think,
Warriors.
I think we need to stop talking about
Nah.
Ricky Muro. This guy got traded 5 times before the season even started. I'd rather draft LOL Butthead over this guy.
Yo, you know
What's
what's
up with
funny?
this
Dude,
guy,
LOL
LOL
Butthead would low-key beat him, bro. You remember when LOL Butthead
Buddy.
took yours out the fucking playoffs that season?
Damn.
Damn right I
Buddy,
do,
you know what's
boy.
funny?
Yo, tell
is,
him the story, Green.
Wait, guys. Wait, what up, Teloxz? What'd you say? Real quick.
This dude, Flaw, I just realized he blurred out the name in the screenshot, but above in the talk show topics, he
wait,
put
chill,
Rich
don't say the name.
comments.
Oh shit, I'm retarded,
Don't
bro.
say the name, though.
Okay,
Don't say the
hold on,
name.
let me
Don't say the
delete.
name. Don't say
Yeah,
the
yeah,
name.
yeah.
Listen,
Hey, don't
listen.
say it.
For this sake, we all know who it is, but don't say the name for the podcast.
Yeah, clip it out, bro. When we make the clips, bro, keep that part out of it.
Okay.
Hey, before I say my argument on this again, look at Telox's hair. Shoo-wee.
Shoot, we
All right,
plumber.
let's stop.
Green.
Let's stop.
Get a
Yo,
haircut,
what do we
bro.
think
Fucking
about? What do
plumber.
we think about this season's draft picks? Who do you guys think made the dumbest ones?
Oh, Boston.
I think I might have been up there, boy.
T-Lock
think I made the
Sophie.
first
Okay,
pick.
realistically, Milwaukee did make horrible picks, but there is a small chance, even then, that you might see Pikachu rules and yours in the court this season. There's a very small chance.
I'm
Not
not
only
gonna
that,
lie.
Spidey,
My hot
I
take
think
is
Jonas
Dallas.
is gonna make the comeback. I truly do.
Mine is Dallas, or no, not Dallas. Sorry, Orlando, Chicago, and Toronto.
They
How
made
was
bad
Talking
picks.
Orlando?
about bad picks.
Yeah, bad picks.
You think Orlando?
Dude, they
made
got
some
they
bad
got
picks?
Nimza.
I think Orlando made really bad picks.
Orlando also got
No.
Vlick. If Vlick plays, that's a great defender.
I think having 60E as a pick in the third round is just leading to no good.
That was a trade that they traded Cinere for 6 CE in the draft.
They're
in that
taking
moment.
X Elite round 5. He doesn't even play EAU.
Yeah,
you know?
X Elite is kind of chum.
Tan is a good
I
pick.
personally think
but-
the worst draft. It's obvious it was Boston, but besides that,
Boston? Are you
I gotta go
sure?
with Brooklyn. Yeah, Boston's draft was
Yeah,
crazy.
but
man.
let's be honest, Chicago had a horrible draft until they just traded away Ricky Muro and they got their pieces. They got Ozu and who else? They got Ozu and Wovey. They got their little squad. So that
Yeah.
has a little squad now.
Wait, so is Elite J playing?
Elite J is questionably playing. There's a small chance that he might be playing. Yes.
He could have got him in the 6th round.
Yeah, and here's another thing too. If Elite J does play, he definitely changes the dynamic of that team. But realistically, I don't think the Raptors did a good job.
No, he
drafting
does.
him.
I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna be honest. He absolutely doesn't.
No,
Yeah,
now
I
to
think
look
so.
at it,
I
the
also
Raptors not
disagree
doing
with
a shitty
Elite
job.
J.
It's not the old era anymore. We got to snap back into reality here. Elite J, good friend of mine, great player in the past, and today's age, he's an average Joe.
So Elliot, so
No.
hot take. Elite J right now would not be able to help the Raptors.
I ain't
don't
gonna
think
lie,
anybody
bro.
can help the Raptors.
If
But
you look
that's
at
my
their
hot
team,
take.
bro, they fucking suck. I don't know any of their people. They're so ass. Like, I don't think they made a single good draft pick. Now that I'm looking at it.
Okay, but wait,
Raptors, nothing can
guys,
help them.
I really want to get back onto this for Elliot about the little
Give me the
Elite J,
team.
Elite J thing because you feel me? I think this is a very important topic right here. So Elliot, so what you were saying, nobody
Uh-huh.
speak over him. So if Elite J was to play for the Toronto Raptors this season, the final season of the EAU, would he be able to make an impact for this team? Yes or no?
No.
Is there a
There's nothing.
reason
I
why?
promise you, and I mean this. Quote this. Everybody quote this. No matter what Toronto does this season in the trades, I would sell my house, my car, and put everything on the fact they have 0% chance at winning a ring.
As presently constructed, 0% chance of winning the ring. 0%.
Negative 50.
Negative 50. Got it.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
I agree with him, bro.
Spidey,
agree with
I got
Elliot.
a question.
What up?
I think an underrated draft was by Denver, but my question is, do you think Russ Ruby has what it takes to be a #1 option and lead
Yes,
his team
100%.
as a coach?
Have we seen him in the? All right, listen. I know these are pickups, but have we seen him recently in the pickups? That
No,
was kind
Tom.
of crazy.
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
bro,
I'm sorry.
you guys
I'm sorry,
never
hold
seen
on.
Russ Ruby in a game. Russ
I
Ruby
know,
is
but hold-
known as a scrim player
Really?
for
Is he
an
actually?
Hold on.
EAU.
Mm.
Yes.
Before we continue on Russ Ruby, I'm sorry, Teloxz, you saying that they had some pretty good draft picks? Valen in the first rounds might be one of the worst.
I think
picks.
Valen is very underrated.
No. I don't care how underrated.
Very
he is.
underrated
Second,
pick. They
third
got
round,
Aaron Swag second round.
Second, third round, you can make an argument, but there's way too many good players on the board to be taking Valen round 1. He's falling to 3-4. That personally,
I feel like an
believe that.
underrated pick for Denver could have been OJ Kai. I think he would have fit in well with us. I really do.
Yeah.
Agree with that?
I
Suzuki
don't
was a
know.
great pick.
Like the
Suzuki
thing
was-
is, like with Russ, he could have drafted someone like Apens. Hear me out, round 1, and gotten a Tristan Locke. You know what I mean?
He could have
'Cause,
traded up for Tristan because Tristan's only playing with
Tristan,
Bro,
yeah,
who wants
would only
Tristan
play-
in 2025, man?
He's a great player.
Do you see
He's
the
a
case?
great
They're
player.
pretty good with Tristan. Tristan's playing
He's a
really
great
good right
player.
now.
The SF is a plumber.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
He's
No,
always
he's
been
not.
overrated, bro.
Oh, he's been overrated. Oh, Elliot, do you want to?
Okay, let's talk about his career, dude. Season
Let me
3
tell you-
championship, they didn't even play a game. He got a free title. In Season 5, Kobe admitted to ulting on SPP and Spidey-Man's account. So his second championship, a guy confessed to cheating and helping them win that championship. Season 7, he was with Pund and Apend in the fucking Super Legion that was dominating the league back then. And then what has he done since then?
He hasn't
So
won a
now, hold on,
championship
hold
since
on.
season 7.
You're
He has now won.
fraudulent as fuck, bro.
Listen, we are in
I got-
season 16 and he has now won a championship since
Not only
season
that,
7.
I haven't seen him play a good season since like season 7. Like really.
I haven't
But
seen
this
him
is
play
my
a
hot
good
take.
game since Season 4,
This
bro.
is
I
my-
don't think he's been good in a while, man.
This is my hot take on that, right? I'm gonna be honest here, and you know I'm the most unbiased probably in the room.
Yeah.
Tristan, in comparison to you three, this is me being honest. If I were to go and play against you guys on the court right now, I could dominate. If you put Tristan on the other team, chances are I'm getting smacked. Not
I
only
agree.
him,
I
considering,
agree
hold
with
on,
that.
hold on. Considering he has teammates that are, of course, capable around him, you know what I mean? Like, you got to give him a solid squad.
Mhm.
But
Green, do you actually think we're that big of plumbers to where we would just get steamrolled by Elliot?
Could a plumber
me
do
t-
this, Nick?
let me tell you something. Tristan is getting, he's getting guarded the entire game. You see someone like Flaw in the corner, you couldn't live knowing that's a 50-50 shot. You know what I mean?
That is a great take.
You can't leave Tristan open. You have to have a body on him because even if he hasn't
Here,
played
let
in
me-
a month, he
let
has
me- can I
he's a
interrupt you,
gamer.
Spidey?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a podcast,
I think
bro.
the difference between a player like Flaw and SF isn't even gameplay. It's what they bring as leaders. Like Flaw is a leader. SF could never lead a team. You know what I mean? He could never be in
That's
the locker
fair. That's
room,
fair.
being a coach. None of that. Flaw can lose a game, come back, and know what to do the next game. SF would just hop on the keys and play.
Now
Flaw
this
had
is my
one of
argument with
Flaw
that
had one of the
though.
biggest playoff moments in EAU history, season 14.
This is my argument with
That
that.
was a
though.
washed up plumber too in that season.
They play two different roles though. You don't call Flaw in to come be a star player. You know what I mean? You call
The
Flaw
thing is,
in
Flaw
as a
can fill in
leadership
every role besides like a star player.
You really don't think you could put Tristan at the bottom and
Yeah,
he'd still be able
Tristan
to
could
compete?
play any role too.
Oh, I
You
don't.
don't-
I've seen Tristan at bottom.
really
and he
don't
got
think-
Played
top
bottom
notch.
in
wow,
season
wow,
10.
Yeah, I think that's a crazy take. Tell him.
Nah,
Yeah.
Green beat him in the playoffs when he did that, bro. Ask Green, season 10. LOL Butthead sent his ass packing when that dude was playing bottom.
Hey, he's not
Like-
wrong, boy.
And he had a Super Legion too.
I don't know. I think that's a pretty bad take.
Yeah, I think that's a bad take too, in my opinion.
Fuck, you tell him, Green. You're the one who beat him. Hell.
It's
But
not a
that's, no,
take.
but that's
it's
what's
reality,
good
bro.
though. But that's what makes us good though. That's the point of this because like you guys are a much older generation, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what about
I'm an older generation, but I'm a somewhat newer generation, similar to Jace. You know, we kind of started at a similar time.
Hey Teloxz, what did SF do against you in the season 13 playoffs?
Oh, he wasn't doing much, but they got away with ulting. Like SF also has been on crazy cheater squads.
That's fair. But honestly, no, honestly, he's nothing to say. You're absolutely right.
He's just a bitch ass.
SF has no passion for the game, man. He really does.
I also think another hot
Yeah.
take is that there's a lot of players that have cheated in the past and are ranked a lot higher than they should be on
E-Pen.
respect and values. That could be a name. A-Pen. Truthfully, I've seen him play the last few days, and my goodness,
Spidey needs to be held accountable.
I also think that there's certain instances where some players, for stuff they do outside of EAU, should be suspended from the league.
Outside of
But that's a
EAU, what
different
do you mean
discussion.
by that?
You know what I mean. Don't make me get into
Yeah,
it.
we know.
I need some
But
coffee.
I think that's a good take. I think for the sake
Getting
'cause there's
suspended outside of EAU is pretty dumb to me.
No, that's not consider on certain circumstances.
Yeah, it
That's
depends what they do.
No. In the NBA, bro, you got to be held accountable. If you, God forbid, someone rapes someone, right? You
Okay.
in the NBA, they should be kicked out of the league. No.
Well, actually, they
100%.
would get kicked
Okay,
out
yeah,
because
they
you'd
would
be a
get kicked out,
professional
but here's the thing.
liability.
Here's another thing though too. When you bring up the Karl Malone fact, what happened to Karl Malone? They hit underneath the bus.
Yeah, but think about him. But nobody likes Karl Malone anymore. He gets made of. He'll get
But here's another one.
made fun
Here's
of
another
till the day he
incident.
dies, and I
Kobe
think that's
Bryant
worse
one.
than a suspension.
The Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, but that was allegations, and some people have been proven guilty. I think if you're proven guilty,
but you realize
if
in
there's
that case, Kobe Bryant paid him off.
let me say this: if the commissioner saw it with his own eyes,
Yes, buddy.
if the commissioner saw it with his own eyes, the other person should be held accountable. That's all I'm saying.
Yo,
For
OJ
example,
Kai.
iTunes. No, not even OJ Kai. For example, iTunes. He got held accountable. He got kicked out.
He's gone.
OJ Kai for what he did. Listen, let's be honest here. That's fucked. That's fucked. I think he should have been held accountable. But some people are saying he changed for the better. Da da da. Hopefully he did. So, well, I guess we allow it. You know, no, I don't, but you guys do. I'm not in charge.
OJ Kai.
I don't
has
even know what
changed.
you guys are talking
He has
about.
changed a lot. He's a better person.
But that's about all I got on that fact.
You're talking about iTunes?
I'm whispering.
No,
to
we
you
were talking
right
about
now.
we were talking about just like a bunch of like the weird stuff that goes
Just
on.
people
outside
in
the league.
general. Just people.
Yeah.
Like there's been allegations. Like just anybody. You know.
Like
Okay,
even one of the owners of Minnesota right now, Risky Josh, he had a lot of allegations going for him. Apparently, what I heard, but obviously they weren't true. But there was a lot of allegations going on at one point. Probably false rumors spread around. Our friend groups.
Okay, final topic. Let's try to get more engagement from everyone who wasn't talking as much. So the first game of the season happened tonight. It was the two Plumber teams, the Bucks and the Clippers, old heads. The game was very low scoring and absolute fucking piss. I would know I
Yeah.
played in it. What the hell do you all think about this? Like,
I think
is it looking good for EAU or what's going on?
What's going on?
Well, what I think is that EAU is trying to show us how the old gens can't keep up with the new generations anymore.
That's crazy.
Let me break this down.
That's just completely wrong.
I don't agree with that either, Elliot. I don't agree with what
That's
you just said.
that's wrong.
You don't agree with that?
I think
No,
Shifty.
no,
I
it's
think
plenty.
Shifty
Okay.
Game's a better player than Jace across the table.
I think the players that
Holy
have put
shit.
in the effort to stay consistent from the older generation are much better than newer generation players. I'm taking SF. This is no ways. I know
The
we've been mentioning
consistency.
them
I
last
agree,
night,
Elliot. The
those ways.
consistency.
Because SF has played roll ball consistently since. Like if you talk about someone who just came back recently, like football, he was gone for a while. He just came back. Obviously, he's not as good. You talk about SF, he's played consistently.
And he's always
he's
been
better
good.
than
He's been
95%
consistent,
of new
and
gen.
not just EAU, every league.
He's 95%, but he's better than 95% of new gens, and there's no discussion about that. You can disagree all you want, but
Hey,
sure.
can I say my opinion on tonight's game, boy?
What up?
Mhm.
What you saw that tonight was a old gen '90s masterclass of actual defense that these new
Yeah.
gens they just simply couldn't handle,
Yep.
bro. I mean,
but
look at
versus
it.
Milwaukee. Let's talk
The
about it.
worst player on our team was the new gen. He was stinking it up. He was nervous.
10
So-
for 22 shooting. Look at the stats.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
is 10
hot
for
zone
22
going 10
shooting.
for 22.
I think I'm
My
worried about the
opinion on the
fucking
game
defense.
was, I feel like week 1 games in EAU, especially when you haven't played EAU in a while, you got to get into a rhythm, and like you kind of don't. For some points, you're just like, oh, I kind of forgot how to play this. But I think as the weeks go on, like you're gonna see teams like Milwaukee and the Clippers get better.
Yeah, of course. It's the beginning of the season, but as you stated, bro, like old gens are just better at defense in general, but the new gens, they just like shooting.
Hey,
I feel like-
Jace,
And I feel like
We-
shooting's going to be a very important role
we
in this
play-
season due to defense.
we play your team next game, buddy. So you better, lock the fuck in. But
Oh, the
You do play
Minnesota
me next
Timberwolves.
season, but you're going to lose by 50.
oh yeah,
I ain't
dude,
gonna lie,
Is
bro.
that
We gotta
your
trade
take?
Oath
You're
if
calling
we
it
wanna
now. We're gonna
win,
lose
bro.
by 50.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
You
gonna
guys are
lie.
gonna
I'm
get
not
Yeah,
gonna
the
lie.
mercy rule is
I'm not
50.
gonna-
So, Jace, you will be mercy
no.
ruling the hell out of the Milwaukee Bucks next game.
I will be
Hey, clip this,
mercying
Spidey. We need to
Flaw,
remember this.
Green, and Boy.
Okay. All right, but wait, Jace. What if these two players showed up? Would you still be mercying them? Pikachu rules and yours. If they showed up, would you still be mercying them?
Yes,
Oh,
for sure.
nah, that's a crazy take.
Okay,
That's
got
not
it.
a crazy
You gotta
take.
think. You gotta think about the defense. You gotta think about the defense.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
guys might win
Because
Yeah,
by
but-
30.
realistically, we can't disrespect Flaw on defense. He is a really good defender.
But these
He's
boys,
a
they
lot.
sit, Jace. They sit on D. They sit on D. I'm
Yeah,
not going
yeah,
back.
but
Green has been a
Minnesota
better defender now,
also
too.
sits on defense. Minnesota also
No, you
sits
guys
on
don't.
defense.
No, you guys
Yes,
don't.
we have Shifty Joshua at the bottom, who's a DPOY
Oh
candidate.
my
Wait,
God.
Shifty
during-
Josh was on
during
your
That
team.
is
Shifty
laughable.
Joshua
You mean
is
Risky
fucking dog
Josh.
shit.
Oh, Risky Josh. Risky
Oh,
Josh.
okay.
We
Bro,
have
we got a
Risky
4-time
Josh.
defensive player of the
No, no,
year,
no, no,
bro.
no.
The fuck is
Listen.
he talking about?
No. Listen,
is
this is my
true.
point. This is my point. Okay, Shifty Joshua, right? He's been a nominee for Defensive Player of the Year during the hardest time it's considered to play hard on defense. Since he was guarding Arado at the bottom cut, and we know how he can shoot lights out. We had Ricky, we had myself. I can also shoot lights out. And Shifty Joshua being a DPO candidate, losing 3 times, shows that he's very good at bottom, guarding the hardest players to
This
guard
is
on
my
the court.
take. This is my take. Josh is Army at 50%.
This is
I'm gonna
my
water
take. They
down
don't have
Riley.
actual defense. They just have jam.
I'm gonna
Josh is
keep it
Army at
real.
50%.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, Jace. I don't even know who the fuck Josh is, so I'm not worried about your shitty ass team, my boy.
Okay, but we
I'm
also
not gonna
have
lie. No,
Ricky,
no, hold on,
Murray.
hold on.
PK,
Hold on.
and we have Zane at the bottom.
Now, hold on
Let's
real
go.
quick, Milwaukee. Hold on real quick, Milwaukee. I'm gonna tell you right now. You guys are definitely fucking losing, but I don't think it's gonna be a mercy rule.
It won't
Let's
be a
go
mercy.
over.
It won't.
If we
Let's-
can,
let's
if we
compare-
can
No,
do
no,
good
I'm
roster
honest, I'm real.
changes, we may be able to keep up, bro.
Well, let me
It's gonna be a hard
compare
You
game.
guys
the-
have no chance of winning that
Let me
game.
compare the
You guys
accolades
fucking
between
mercy
these
rule.
teams, man.
All
So
right,
we
wait,
have
all
a
right, hear me out.
full-time-
Hear me out. Now, if the Milwaukee Bucks win the game, Jace, what will you do?
If Milwaukee wins the game, I'll personally cash up each one of these guys $100.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Whoa.
If we win the game, I'm trading
Whoa.
for you.
Sign me to Milwaukee. I'll play. I'm injecting. I don't give a fuck.
If we beat
Yo,
them, I'm trading for fucking Jace. I swear to God, I am, bruh.
Okay, Jace,
do you-
if the Milwaukee Bucks beat you guys, would you be open to playing for Milwaukee Bucks?
If the Milwaukee beats us,
Oh,
I will tell Shifty Joshua I will not be playing for him.
why do you
Okay,
say
you mean
Shifty
risky
Joshua? He
Josh.
hasn't-
Oh yeah, for Josh.
He doesn't even know his own players, bro. What the fuck
Hey.
is this team?
Oh shit, yeah, Rich. Then I
This
will
guy got
join
his own
the-
roster
All
wrong.
right, but
talking
anyways,
to
one
Milwaukee
last
League.
topic about the Timberwolves before we get to the last topic. How do you feel about the acquisition of Ricky Muro to the Timberwolves now? First off, we would start with Jace.
Oh
'cause-
wait, they have Ricky Muro. I
Yeah,
didn't know they had Ricky
landed him.
Muro, dude. So your team is trash then. That dude
In
sucks.
additional with Ricky Murray, he hasn't got off the game.
He has
He's
it.
been very
Ricky-
good at-
Ricky's a team threat. Ricky, nobody's ever played with Ricky and enjoyed it. Nobody.
Tell
Yeah,
us,
yeah,
how do you
yeah,
feel
yeah.
about that, Tell us? Because you were actually thinking of drafting Ricky Muro originally.
Well, I was never thinking about it. That was just a rumor. Second of all, I think he can be really great or really bad.
That's a good way to put it. It is a good way to put it. Because he is a Finals MVP and MVP. At the end of the
He's
day.
either a team cancer or he takes his team to the finals.
He is a champion. He is.
Okay, and this is my propositions with that. With Ricky Murray joining the team, it's been really great for us, so I don't have to get on the game and have to shoot shots up around.
Mhm.
When I have other players that could do that for me, we have Ricky, nerds the game 10 hours a day. We have PK, he doesn't miss, bro. He doesn't miss at the bottom. He doesn't miss.
He's a good player.
And then
He's
with
very
me,
good.
in additional, with me at bottom cutting, people are going to have to double team me because you can't give me ones.
Yep.
Or
Buddy, I'll 1v1.
it's lights out. And then with PK being that
Hey,
spot shooter,
Spidey, I'll say something right now. I'll personally guard Jace and hold him under 5 points.
That's crazy.
That
5
is
points?
crazy.
Make it 3.
I ain't gonna
Right?
lie, bro. If he just
Right.
manned him the whole game, he could probably hold him to under 10.
Under 10? All right.
Under
Hey,
10.
I'm gonna mention something real quick.
But
you
he
see
ain't
what
gonna
hap-
man you the whole game either. Shit, you're gonna walk into the fucking new gen zone and he's gonna be cherry picking and he'll shoot wide open.
See what happens? You get 6 white individuals in a coffee room together. No arguing over each other.